The young Joseph Haydn, himself a very good violinist, knew some excellent violoni and bass players. Unfortunately, his concerto for violoni, the first in our history, was lost only shortly after it had been composed in the spring of 1763, when Haydn's house in Eisenstadt burned down. Nonetheless, Haydn left us several beautiful solo passages for the double bass, which he wrote into the minuets of his early symphonies, composed while he was court composer in Esztergom. They carry the title The Times of Day, and hence they begin with Le Matin, Le Midi, and Le Soir. All of them are melodic solos with a dance-like character.
Le Matin. Le Midi. Und Le Soir.
Even more important is the seventh variation in his 31st symphony. It has the character of a nocturne and is one of our most beautiful solo passages. Les Adieux is the title of Haydn's 49th symphony. With this work, he had more than mere artistic success. He also obtained Prince Nikolaus Joseph Esterhazy's permission to take a holiday for himself and the other musicians of the court orchestra. Haydn wrote a solo for each of his colleagues. Ours, which comes right at the end of the Farewell Symphony, has an expression that is melancholic and ironic at the same time. Later, Haydn wrote another bass solo, as the fourth variation in the Andante of his 72nd Symphony in D major. Perhaps he wrote it for the young bass and violoni virtuoso of his orchestra, Johann Sperger,
der als Kontrabassist und Violinist in seiner Kapelle diente, gewidmet.
Let us now greet W.A. Mozart, who was also inspired by the advanced abilities of Viennese instrumentalists. We meet Mozart in every audition and then have to have prepared the rather demanding passages of his symphonies and operas. First, the finale of the last, the Jupiter Symphony. The tempo of the symphony in G minor is more moderate, but its character is more dramatic, as it expresses emotions of despair and pain. The great conductor Bruno Walter once wrote the words, "My God, why hast thou forsaken me?" as a motto over the first bars of the symphony in his orchestral score. And as a technical hint, he added classical, soft staccato.